Time now for Pro Football Fast Break, the show that brings you unfiltered, unapologetic, opinionated, pure pro football talk. Now let's go to the guys with this week's show.
Yeah.
Welcome to Pro Football Fast Break show number 103. It's our PFB Super Bowl preview.
Oh, yeah.
How about it? Super Bowl, 103 shows in, and I think our second Super Bowl?
Yeah. It would be.
At least our second. It's probably
might be the third.
It is.
Oh, I think you're right. Well, didn't we start the show right after
maybe
a Super Bowl?
Yeah, we did. We started in the off season.
Yeah, it was like the very week after the Super Bowl, I think.
Yeah. So technically, we probably talked about that. So
yeah, so 3 in.
Yeah.
So today it's all about the Super Bowl. We've got news. We've got a brand new PFB Jacobs Super Bowl lock of the week.
Ooh, fancy.
And I am personally going to use it Saturday. So I'm going to place a bet for the Super Bowl. So I don't know what it is yet. So we'll find out, right?
I'll be just legally using Prize Picks during the Super Bowl.
And it's legal for you.
Yeah.
There you go.
ID in there, so it must be.
Yeah, it's got to be legal. All right, let's kick it off with all the latest, bring you up to date on the latest news and rumors from around the NFL. The Arizona Cardinals do not plan to hire a head coach until after the Super Bowl next week. If you care.
Yep, that is
Big
normally
news,
what
big
happens
news.
during the Super Bowl week. If you didn't hire someone before the Super Bowl week, you don't. You wait.
You
wait till after.
This is going to piss you off. Roger Goodell on the state of today's officiating.
I
don't think it's ever been better, he said.
I mean, he's just we now call normal textbook sacks roughing the passer and shit now. So you just got to use your brain for 5 seconds to know that that's total bull.
Eric Bieniemy, the Chiefs' offensive coordinator and play caller for 5 seasons. He's been the 5 seasons, OC. Their rank is 1st and 18, 5th and 19, 1st and 20, 3rd and 21, 1st and 22.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
And that has absolutely nothing to do with him and everything to do with the fact that he has Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Andy Reid. So good for him.
But then this follow-up to this tweet, he remains the prime candidate for the offensive coordinator jobs for the Commanders and the Ravens. Well, why would he?
Why get rid of him? Yeah,
probably get more money.
Oh, okay.
He can test his skills, see if he can.
But yeah, I'm not going to call someone good whose offense has been good ever since the greatest quarterback we've ever seen joined this team, who also happens to have the best tight end we've ever seen, who also happens to have the best offensive play calling head coach we've ever seen.
Right.
It's not this guy, I promise.
Right. By the way, Roger Goodell on the Pro Bowl games, he's quite pleased. There's a lot to build on, and I don't see us going back. So
he likes the refs and the Pro Bowl.
It was entertaining and everything, but it also means absolutely nothing to be a Pro Bowler when Tyler Huntley with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions is the AFC's quarterback. Like it's a fucking joke. Just don't even do it at that point.
I'm looking at the starting quarterback,
nothing.
Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley isn't even a starter or good.
Well, that's the thing. It really shouldn't be anything other than a list. That way people can't opt out of it, and then bad people won't make it into this list.
Like
so
first team all pro.
Yeah.
Like that they should either just get rid of the Pro Bowl and go off that because it's actually accurate and puts the best players because they don't have to actually play.
Because now Tyler Huntley's a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tyler Huntley's a Pro Bowler. Derek Carr's a Pro Bowler in the year that he got benched for Jarrett Stidham and is guaranteed to not be back on the team because they don't want him. It's a joke.
How about Aaron Rodgers? He's considering his future during a darkness retreat.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is, do you?
Yeah.
I can break it down.
Yeah, he's sitting in a room for 4 days in pitch black and he can't leave.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, when he said I'm going on a darkness retreat, my first thought was, what is this guy, like a Satanist or something? But
yeah. Huh.
So there's kind of some backstory to this though, is that he took this is just speculation. He didn't say this, but this is what people think. So when he took ayahuasca, apparently there was like some dark man, and like apparently people see him in the ride. Apparently one player said that when like Rodgers will be in the locker room alone and like the lights will flicker and they'll all see this like shadow. And I saw someone say that Rodgers is doing this 4-day darkness retreat so he can like face this dark man and then he'll be able to make a decision about his career. So yeah.
Is that like our friend who I won't say, I'll edit that out, who took DMT and a little guy was on his shoulder and said, "Let's go."
It's like that, but even more.
Well, what he's doing is this time he's not even doing anything. He's just simulating DMT by being in a dark room for like 4 days straight with just pitch black darkness.
And apparently the point of it is like he thinks he can leave if he wants to. But the whole point of it and the reason he pays so much money is like everyone's going to want to leave after 1 day. But they're telling you, nope, you paid all this money. You have to stay for 4 days.
Yeah. And basically he'll just do that. I mean, he's just going for the same experience that he gets from psychedelics. But I just heard some shit. I've just heard shit about this like figure thing. And it's like this whole story. I don't know if it's real or not.
I mean, I don't think Aaron Rodgers took a psychedelic and now has a shadow figure following him around.
Yeah. That's what some people think. Maybe that. I just thought it was hilarious because I saw a post that was like Rodgers is going into the thing to like finally face his his demon. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, here's something.
Yeah.
The Raiders grant Derek Carr permission to visit Saints.
I just was going to read you. The Saints are the first known suitor for Derek Carr. Put it another way. So
no, it's actually like the only place that I like him going for some reason.
I think we brought it up last week.
Yeah, we probably did.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd probably win that division with Derek Carr at quarterback. So
it's so random too. Like Jared Goff, I always think of as like he fits in well somehow on the Lions.
Yeah, he does.
So it's like you never know who's going to work in what system. I think
Derek Carr would be a good Saints quarterback. Considering Andy Dalton didn't. He was bad. Yeah, but like he was better than like Mariota, people that you wouldn't think.
That's true.
Better than Mitch.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think so.
It wasn't bad. I mean, it was really good for his age.
I think the Saints is like the perfect place for Carr.
Yeah.
By the way, if you didn't listen last week or watch the news, Tom Brady retired, and on his podcast, Let's Go, his first podcast, he announced his retirement. He interviewed guest Bill Belichick.
Oh yeah, I heard. Pat McAfee
that's pretty cool.
Was talking about it and said it's like one of the best things he's seen. Listening to Bill Belichick or something.
That's smart. That's a smart move.
The Steelers no longer have a linebacker coach because he's gone.
Yeah, he's the Vikings defensive coordinator now.
So
Brian Flores.
Brian Flores is gone.
So which it's weird. Like he's so good. Why don't we just promote him to defensive coordinator and then maybe either demote or just let go that Terrell Austin guy, because obviously that guy's nowhere near as good as Flores. But we also had the most interceptions in the entire league without a true number one corner. So isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Steelers don't have a number one corner. We have like 5 guys that we like and they all rotate. And it worked. It worked great, surprisingly.
And I mean, I think Flores, we think he's a good coach, but he certainly didn't prove anything with our linebackers.
No, he didn't. But
that's true. And if that was like really his main focus the whole season, he did terrible.
That is true. He technically failed in a way
because they sucked.
Yeah.
AJ Green's retiring.
Yep, he is I think he's the highest paid wide receiver of all time based on like all of his years and all of his contracts.
Cumulative. Yeah.
But then, as Pat McAfee said, cut that in half, and that half of that goes to the government. And then also, he didn't get every single dollar in incentive on that. It's true, right? Half of it goes to the government. He didn't get every single dollar in incentive on the contract. So actually, he's just rich.
Average.
That's it.
Yeah,
average rich person.
Yeah. He'd go make a podcast, get some ad deals, and
but it's just crazy. Like, money. So say he made 106 million. He actually only made like 48.
If that, you should think Elon's numbers. They're not a good topic here, but I heard him talk about it one time.
500 million a year, but what's he actually getting? 200 million?
Something that's crazy so like that. It's still so much. Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird.
Like, instead of being a billionaire in 2 seasons, he won't even be half of a billionaire in 2 seasons.
That's true.
So that we can give money. Edit here. Tom Brady says after talking to Fox executives, he doesn't expect to begin his broadcasting career until the fall of 24.
So he's just waiting till football season starts.
There's
next, because this will be fall of 23. He's just skipping this upcoming season.
I don't know why.
That's surprising though.
Maybe he wants to do his podcast.
He's probably going to see if the podcast blows up.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be the biggest guy.
They're paying him so much, I don't think.
Yeah.
The Chiefs activated Clyde Edwards-Helaire off injured reserve.
They had to put Mecole Hardman on injured reserve to activate Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So they only have Valdez-Scantling and Juju.
Oh God.
Who might not even be healthy.
Yeah.
Well,
but Mecole wouldn't have been playing, obviously, for them to do that.
There was a chance, but they had to activate him on IR to get Edwards-Helaire off. More
and they had to take Edward. I see.
They wanted Edwards-Helaire to play, so they had to do that. The Titans announced promotion of Tim Kelly to offensive coordinator. He was their pass game coordinator last year, which is what the Steelers should have signed someone to be our pass game coordinator, but we didn't. The 49ers are hiring ex-Panthers interim coach Steve Wilkes as their defensive coordinator.
I doubt that guy won a lot of games whenever he was the interim coach of the Panthers.
They were saying Sean Payton said that Russell Wilson has like his own like coaching staff he brings in everywhere, and he's not letting them in. They're banned from the facilities.
Wow, he is smart.
He is smart for saying that, actually.
It's probably a bunch of yes men that do whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Wilson's a weirdo. So someone needs to get him in line.
All I know is Russell Wilson better be top 10 next year. He's might be done. Like he better be clearly better than like people like Jared Goff. There's a huge problem, and he's not right now. A Madden sim predicted the Eagles to beat the Chiefs, and apparently the script was leaked.
Oh, really?
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
The Eagles are supposed to win 27-20 or 30-27, something like that.
I think that was it. Yeah.
So if that happens,
then you know.
Yeah.
Imagine that just happens anyway.
Oh, God.
Like imagine
they won't let
it happens to be the score.
They'll change it.
I know. Well, Aaron Rodgers won the Pro-Am at Pebble Beach.
Oh yeah, forgot to mention. I saw that.
Aaron Rodgers won a golf tournament, even though he doesn't golf very often, and there's professional golfers in it. A couple weeks ago.
How is that possible?
Probably because he's sitting in black rooms for 4 days.
Yeah, he concentrated.
Superpowers.
Cowboys named Brian's offensive coordinator.
Is that Brian Schottenheimer?
Oh yeah, Schottenheimer. That's
Schottenheimer's. That's the name. Marty Schottenheimer. Well, when we come back, it's the long-awaited. There's a little game this weekend. We'll talk about it. How's that sound?
That sounds good. A small, boring football game.
All right, we'll be back after this.
It's Pro Football Fast Break. The guys will be right back.
Now you can get generic Viagra shipped to your door for about $2 a pill. Get the same impact for less. Call Steelman Pills now and get the same blue pill for about $2 a pill. Call now for the 50-pill special and save even more. Plus, get a free bonus.
800-525-8891. 800-525-8891. That's 800-525-8891.
This is Pro Football Fast Break.
And we're back on Pro Football Fast Break for our Super Bowl preview. And it's time to talk about this little game this weekend. We got a little matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles.
A little matchup.
And I know we're going to also get a Jacob Super Bowl lock of the week, but just in...
I have a few locks of the week.
Okay.
I have a bunch of locks. They're all player props.
But as I think about this game, instinctively I want to say Kansas, for some reason, Kansas City will win.
That's how I feel.
But why?
And then when you really... that's the other problem. There's no reason to think that.
I mean, the Eagles, why are we downing the Eagles that prove us wrong every single week?
Yeah.
Why? Because of Pat Mahomes?
I don't know.
Jalen Hurts ain't winning no ring.
Lost to an arguably worse team in the Super Bowl already. Tampa.
Yeah. I mean
they had the GOAT, so it's different. But
is Pat Mahomes going to lose again? No.
No, you
Or-
wouldn't think.
Yes.
No.
No, I mean, I've been saying Chiefs, even though it's obvious that the Eagles are the better team.
Yeah.
And I also technically don't want Pat Mahomes to tie Ben in rings.
True.
I
God.
think that if you asked America, it would be like 80% people saying Eagles are going to win.
America's on the Eagles. The whole
Yeah,
world is on the Eagles.
if not more.
Yeah.
Well, they had
But
the Eagles had
I
this
don't
just
know.
amazing season. They just were
Yeah.
solid. They're solid across the board. Why
yeah,
would
and
they not?
did what Tampa and the Rams did. Every single position that needed filled, they just signed the top free agent, and then they traded for AJ Brown and Gardner Johnson. Like they've got the best defense, best O line, top 5 quarterback this year. This year.
What's
So,
Kansas City have? Juju?
Yeah, Kansas City has the best quarterback and the best tight end and the best offensive coach in the league.
Is that enough? I mean,
Has been.
Yes. But also, it could also be like 27-3, and I wouldn't even be that surprised.
I know. To me, it's an impossible game to guess.
Yeah, that's why my locks are not the winner.
Okay.
I think that a lot of it depends on the health of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, me too.
If he's 100%, I don't think he's going to let that be 27-3 at any point in that game. Like, there's no
Yeah, but
way Patrick
also,
Mahomes
like,
isn't scoring 3 touchdowns if he's 100%.
Is he against the best defense in the entire league? That's a Super Bowl defense, the healthiest team of all time.
I got to say, I think it's the Eagles. I don't really want it to be, but I guess I don't care. But
Yeah.
I think it's the
Jalen
Eagles
Hurts
win.
has to play like a real crazy good, like 4
Well, here's the
touchdown pass
problem.
quarterback.
No,
he can't
this is
just
the
run.
problem. Jalen Hurts doesn't have to do shit if they
He
handle
didn't
the
last
right.
game. Yeah.
As each game's gotten more important, Jalen Hurts has thrown less passes. He threw 15 passes
Way less.
last game.
Yeah, he
threw
didn't do anything.
16 He threw 16 passes against Dallas.
and still
They
hammered
had
them.
They had 2 Miles Sanders rushing touchdowns, a Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown, and a Boston Scott rushing touchdown. They had no passing touchdowns. And they don't need to throw the ball because they have the best O-line in the league. 3 of them are top 5 O-linemen.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
They got
Is-
three running backs who can do good. And then their quarterback is the same thing as Lamar.
Well, this is how I feel. It's like it's really their line is what makes their offense, because if Jalen Hurts
is,
isn't
100%.
slinging it all around Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, which is like amazing receiving core, it doesn't even matter. Which you're right, they'll just run it.
So it's, in my opinion, it's Eagles by 3.
That's a solid bet. I mean, a solid.
Isn't that
take.
what the script is?
Yeah.
Well, but still, I think the Eagles win it by a field goal.
Like maybe that's why so many teams line up man to man on them, like I was talking about before we started, because they're scared of the rush, which the Eagles have. But I just feel like Jalen Hurts is going to have to do a little more if he wants to win the Super Bowl against Pat Mahomes.
Are you saying teams all play man to man against
The Eagles.
against the Eagles?
They like have that's what they were asking. Devontae
Yeah, and
Smith.
wouldn't that be because of the fact that their quarterback isn't even a good passer? So they don't
Yeah.
need to double team AJ Brown.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think that's what makes him rarely be able to throw a dot to Devontae Smith or AJ Brown. But I'm just saying, like, I think that Jalen Hurts, I don't know. I don't think they're going to get 2 rushing touchdowns with Miles Sanders and a rushing touchdown with Boston Scott in the Super Bowl. I think that he'll have to throw some.
Well, I think that they're going to try as hard as they can not to throw the ball. So for 2 reasons. 1, because that's how they win. And 2, that's how you keep Pat Mahomes off the field. And I'd say their 2 goals are to run the ball and keep Pat Mahomes off the field.
Yeah, if it works, but it's like that's a pretty easy strat to defend.
Yeah, but they also tore up Dallas and San Francisco with their run game.
The Niners game was weird as hell.
And the Chiefs
that was
have
a
a
weird,
way worse run defense by
Yeah,
far
yeah.
than both those teams.
So-
yeah, that's true.
So I've
It's
convinced
weird.
you.
You just gotta.
If I convince you on the Eagles, you were going to say
I'm
Kansas
still taking Patty just because.
I'm still taking Patty too because I wouldn't not take Brady in this situation.
Exactly.
So you guys are both saying Kansas City by what?
Like 3.
3. Yeah, it's 3. either
I think
way.
Kansas City wins by 14 points.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Tim says Kansas City wins by 14. Jacob says by 3. I say the Eagles win by 3.
which for some reason sounds the best. Yours.
Eagles.
Well,
Eagles by
should
3.
win, but
Yeah.
if the Eagles don't win, they're failure. Like they.
Pat Mahomes is going to throw for 4 touchdowns and have
'Cause
the best Super Bowl performance of all time.
You don't have like the Eagles in 3 years from now will have no money, no draft picks, no players. Just like they'll be rebuilding like the Rams are now. Like Tampa is about to start.
Yeah. No, you're right
So
about
that's
that.
why they have to win it this year.
I was thinking that too.
This is the weakest team they've brought to the Super Bowl.
Dude, I was thinking that exact thing too. I was going to say that the Eagles are like win it now, or you're next time you're back, you're going to have a different coach. Like,
literally.
The Chiefs is like, we can do this every single year.
Yeah.
But might as well get the dub while we're here.
The Chiefs are limping in.
Yeah, literally.
But
then also it's weird because both these teams have won one in the past 5 years, but none of the players or coaches are on this current one besides like Jason Kelsey.
Yeah.
So that almost makes me feel like they might lose because none of them have actually been here before.
I think it really does matter a lot. I think Pat Mahomes' health does matter a lot, but also think about the insane Joe Burrow hype that came into the AFC Championship. Like literally everybody in the world is convinced he's better than Josh Allen. What happens? One leg Pat Mahomes beat him.
Shit.
He beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Maybe he's going to shut down this hype train too.
Whatever you think is right. All the media and all the on TikTok and all the kids that just look at stats and don't actually watch start people like Joe Burrow and everyone's worshiping the Eagles, but like this seems like the sort of situation where Pat Mahomes would be like, "Why the are you betting against your new GOAT?"
Right.
And then just come and shit on them.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, he did
I've
that.
Doubted
he
Pat
just
Mahomes
did
enough,
that.
I feel like I've doubted him against Josh Allen last year. I doubted them this year. I thought the Bills were going to be better.
Yeah, because we said the Bills were just the best team, most talent. But
and then I realized Josh Allen isn't even as good as Pat Mahomes somehow.
He's not somehow.
That's the only truth of quarterback rankings.
Pat Mahomes, he keeps getting better too.
The way I look at it, there's only 2 guys ever that are anywhere near Pat Mahomes, and it's both when they were in their straight up primes, and it's Ben and Rodgers. No one besides Ben and Rodgers was able to like do what they do in the pocket and with their arm like Mahomes and also win a ring.
I mean, that AFC Championship was so impressive. I mean, no other guy ever would go out there literally not even be able to throw because his arm up and still win. Like that's insane. Like that's next level. Jalen Hurts will never do that. Joe Burrow will never do that.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks is every time he scrambles, it's gonna hurt really bad, and he's gonna like limp off the field.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he's gonna do that a lot.
If the Eagles want the win, they just hit him and knock him out of the game.
The thing is,
that's it.
They send like 5 dudes at once almost every play on the blitz anyway.
Yeah,
Pat Mahomes is gonna be less mobile.
He's tough. He's tough to deal with.
But they fixed it. Like the reason they lost to Tampa was because their O-line was all injured. Now their O-line's like really good. They drafted Creed Humphrey at center.
Oh, yeah.
They have good people.
So they can protect him enough.
But Jalen Hurts was having literally 10 seconds to throw the ball in that pocket.
Most time I've ever seen
in the league.
The most time I've ever seen a quarterback
the Chiefs have really like one, maybe 2 good people on that D-line.
Compared to the Niners. Yeah, the Niners smoked them on defense.
The only way the Chiefs win is if Pat Mahomes just tears up this insane defense, which I don't think we've seen him not do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes has never had a bad game in his entire career, and that Super Bowl he lost. Remember, he was sideways in the air throwing the best pass.
He had a good game.
It wasn't him.
Yeah.
But
well, that's what makes it a good matchup. You can't predict.
Yeah, that's why my locks aren't the.
Oh, I think it's a really good Super Bowl. I'm kind of more excited about it.
I am too. Because I just didn't want this. Once the playoffs were set, my only thing the whole time was I don't care who's in it as long as it's not the Niners or Bengals. And they got really close and then both lost.
Yeah,
luckily.
yeah, because the Bengals would have gotten creamed by the Eagles.
Bad. It would be bad, which I would have enjoyed. But
yeah. And I say this too, and I just crossed my mind that they kind of won that game on that roughing the passer call. The Chiefs won the AFC Championship.
Yeah, they did
on that roughing the passer call.
they also hit an injured Mahomes who was already out of bounds. So that is a late hit. It's
that
not
guy
alive.
should. I mean, that guy should never, ever, ever, ever touch him. There, that's the dumbest thing you could possibly do.
guy's
That guy
an
got
idiot.
released.
Holy shit!
Did he?
Yeah,
Did you know that?
he's gone. Yeah,
That sucks.
They
That guy
cut him.
wants to kill himself.
I felt bad for him. I saw a video of his teammate in there was like, man, you couldn't
Just because he did that hit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the guy was like crying after the
Oh,
game, and he was
that's
like,
terrible.
They're trying to
he's like,
interview
I
him,
don't
and
know
he
what I
like
was
wouldn't
thinking.
talk, and then his teammate
Yeah.
came over,
Yeah.
talked for him.
I mean, he made a mistake.
It's football, and 20 years ago there wouldn't have been a
Oh.
flag.
But the guy's still the guy.
10.
The guy's
20
a good
years, yeah.
player. He does probably doesn't deserve to lose his job for that, but
No.
he'll probably get another one.
Oh, he will.
because
Yeah.
He's on the starting defense in the AFC Championship.
I would say,
so he's
guess what?
he's probably pretty good.
So you hit hard. I mean, you made one mistake.
Yeah, well, I'd say
Yeah,
that
you
is
can
the
make that
classic
mistake.
Bengals way. That's how they lose playoff games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They gave the Steelers 80 yards on the last drive.
maybe have some
Penalties.
discipline.
Well, that's bad
Bengals.
coach. It's bad coaching.
Yeah,
It's not the coaching; it's the entire organization. Nothing they do. Will,
Yeah,
it's the Bengals. They don't know how to act. Think about it.
They're
They're
like the
finally
Browns.
good. They're talking more shit than anyone in the entire league.
They got shut
Like-
down on that.
Yeah. Every time they talk shit, it doesn't end well, too.
Yeah. All right. Were you ready for what we've been waiting for, which is some locks to make money on this thing?
Yes.
So we are looking for Super Bowl locks to cash in.
Yeah. My favorite bet is Jalen Hurts under 21.5 pass completions.
Jeez, under 21 and a half.
Pass completions.
because he only did like 15 attempts or whatever that last.
Yeah, he
16
had
attempts.
15 last week, 16 the week before. He doesn't throw the ball 21, or he doesn't complete the ball 21 times.
So
Yeah,
ever.
that player prop should be available to me in Biloxi.
Yeah, and it's on like Prize Picks and everything too.
Okay.
And then let's see. Travis Kelce anytime touchdown. My second favorite bet.
Okay.
I basically have that already in my Prize Picks free play
Yeah.
that I did.
Yeah, so Jalen Hurts under 21 pass completions. Travis Kelce anytime touchdown. And then I think on Prize Picks, you can take like Isaiah Pacheco or Kenneth Gainwell. Either of them can score a touchdown, but I like Isaiah Pacheco anytime touchdown too. I got two more actually for you.
Wow.
That I
Placed
like a
of
lot.
bets here.
Miles Sanders plus Boston Scott anytime touchdown. So only one of the two Eagles starting running backs has to score between Miles Sanders and Boston Scott.
Yeah, that's good.
But if you can't take like the 2-player thing, then I would still take Miles Sanders because that's who I would think would score.
That hit last week. That's for in the championship.
Yeah.
That's for
So
sure.
basically, yeah, I think Pacheco, Miles Sanders, and Travis Kelce will score a touchdown in this game.
Yeah.
And then I also think Kenneth Gainwell over 33.5 rushing and receiving yards combined is a lock.
So weird how they have 3 running backs.
I know that's their third string running back, but they use him so much.
I thought he was over Boston Scott. I didn't even know that.
Or I don't know anymore because like
Yeah, who knows? But they do
Wow.
use them all.
it's like I'll think like him and Boston Scott are one dude, and then they'll say the other guy's name after a while. I'm like, oh yeah, what? They got
Yeah.
3.
What's the spread on this game? Isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was trying to think about that. I don't know. I guess I would say I think Philadelphia's going to win by 3, so I'd just go
Yeah.
Eagles. But shit, you could go Kansas City on that too, and they lose.
Yeah, it's like if I'm going to take the Eagles, I'm taking -1.5 because if the Eagles are going to win, I think they'll win by at least 2. And then and for the Chiefs one, I would just take Chiefs money line because like who cares about 1 point?
Right. I guess
Get
I'll
more
take-
money out of it.
Well, I might as well take the Eagles.
Yeah, you should take Eagles -1.5.
I mean, why not? If I had
That's
to
what
pick
I would
one.
probably take if I was betting, honestly.
You could also take
Yeah.
Super Bowl MVP.
Ooh.
I
You
mean,
could take. So if you think the Eagles are going to win, you
Hurts.
technically might as well take Hurts for Super Bowl MVP for even more money.
Yeah.
But what if Hassan Reddick gets 2 sacks and a pick 6? then he wins Super Bowl.
What if Miles Sanders scores 3 touchdowns?
That might be too hard.
Yeah.
That might be.
But if you're going to take a winner, you might as well toss some money on the quarterback of that team to win MVP.
Just to see if you can win.
Just because,
Double down.
like, when didn't besides Cooper Kupp?
Yeah, because Hurts is going to get a bunch of rushing touchdowns, and that's enough to.
Yeah, and like he could definitely throw a touchdown.
I mean, yeah, if he has in the season for sure.
He hasn't in the playoffs, but
yeah, yeah. In the regular season, he was slinging it a little bit.
Yeah,
Well, didn't he have good stats? Like good.
Yeah, no, he did. AJ Brown was top 5, but he hasn't had over 25 yards in a playoff game yet.
That's crazy. I mean, that's good for betting. Like for sure.
If you want to take AJ Brown under 69 receiving yards,
yeah, I love that. I love that.
All right, well, that wraps up our Super Bowl show. So now you know what to do to make some money. As always, to make a comment or suggestion, email us, profootballfastbreak@gmail.com, or hit our Twitter feed at PFB Fastbreak. That's it for me. I'm Don saying peace out. He's Jacob.
Peace.
He's Tim.
Peace.
Pat Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP.
Eagles by 3.
Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown. Jalen Hurts, under 21.5 completions. Kenneth Gainwell, over 33 receiving plus rush yards. Isaiah Pacheco, anytime touchdown. Miles Sanders, anytime touchdown.
Super Bowl. Tim's got Super Bowl fever.
Thanks for listening to Pro Football Fast Break. Be here each week as the guys bring you a fresh take from the world of pro football. Until next time.
Wait, and also while we're here, let's go ahead and predict next year's Super Bowl. Next year's Super Bowl, Kenny Pickett versus Trey Lance. Steelers versus 49ers.
Steelers 49ers, and it's the young kids.
And it's not Brock Purdy or Jimmy G.
Purdy's career already over?
No, but maybe. But he's getting surgery, so he's not. Trey Lance is going to look good next year.
So it's Trey Lance, Kenny Pickett year.
Joe Burrow is going to battle Kenny Pickett in the AFC Championship. Kenny Pickett's going to win, proving himself king of the AFC North. And then he's going to play against, I don't even care who, and win. He'll play the
Steelers losing
without Tom Brady.
Steelers losing the AFC Championship game to Kansas City 49ers Super Bowl.
Damn,
Geno
sucks.
Smith and the Seahawks against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
Yes, that's it.
Everyone watches more than 5 hours of television. Really? And that's not counting mobile viewing. Get Dish TV and make that time worth it. With Dish, you can get hundreds of channels, access to all kinds of sports, tons of movies, premium channels, and more. Another thing that's really cool with Dish is you can watch most of your favorite shows on your mobile device anywhere for a lot less than cable. Yes, that's right. We are asking you to watch more TV and not less TV, but make it better television with Dish this time, anytime, anywhere. So call right now and learn how easy it is to save on your television bill and get the most out of your TV viewing experience. Dial that number and I promise you we're here waiting for your call because we want to save you money and give you better television. We are Dish TV.
800-570-6630. 800-570-6630. 800-570-6630. That's 800-570-6630. If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. Ouch! Well, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers. If you administer insulin 3 or more times per day or use an insulin pump, call now and learn how a CGM can help you.
Painless. No more pricking my finger.
No finger pricks.
Convenience. They delivered it free and they took care of all the paperwork.
work.
You can reduce pain right away. Plus, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you spend more time in range. And if you have insurance, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. Call now and get free shipping of your new CGM. Plus, we'll bill your insurance for you. 800-413-7619. 800-413-7619. 800-413-7619. That's 800-413-7619.